Today we're going to work on range extension, or sometimes as it is called, range expansion. You know, in all my years of private voice teaching and conducting choruses, this is one of the things that I have heard from singers most often. Oh, I wish I could extend my range. I wish I had a few more top notes, or I wish I had a few more notes at the bottom of my range. And so we are going to work on both of those things today. I'm going to give you some hints, some exercises that you can do that will help the top as well as help the bottom. If you are interested in just doing one of those, then just sort of bypass the other, but you can just do what works for you. The first thing that we want to do is, of course, relax. That is important in everything we do in our singing. We need to be relaxed. And so if you've looked at some of my other videos, especially the one on relaxation, there will be some of the same sort of thing that we did there. There'll be overlap. We'll be repeating things a lot through these different videos. And the yawn sigh is one of the major things I like to do. So let's try that. If you haven't done it before, and most of you have, but if you haven't, you just start with the yawn. You just don't complete it, but it raises the soft palate, opens and relaxes the throat, and that's what we want to do. So you might lower your head a little bit so you're not reaching up like this, and just go, ah. That's the yawn and the sigh. Do a few of them. Ah. As high as you can. Ah. And then going down. Start again. High, come down. Ah. Now, let's add to that a little bit and do what I call a siren. Instead of a yawn or an ah sound, we'll change it to an e. We'll just go e. Starting lower, come up, and then back down. E. And if it breaks like that, don't worry about it. That's just fine. That has to do with register breaks, and we'll talk about that in another video on how to correct those. Try to go up and down. Just play around with it a little bit. Do it here on your own. Again. All right. Now, if you're a little relaxed, and you could have done a little shoulder rotation, that sort of thing, too, just to loosen up. Now what we want to do is first we'll work on extending range upward. Then for those of you who want to extend your range down, I'll come to that in a few minutes. But we're just going to start with the ah that we have, but we'll put an N in front of it, and I just want to go. I'm going to start on C, middle C for sopranos and altos, and the C an octave below that for the basses and tenors. And all I want you to do is just to go na, but I want you to stress the bottom note. Na. So you're heavier, louder on the bottom note, softer on the top note, because one of the things that happens that causes people to not have the full extent of their range, whether it's the top or the bottom, is that they are singing, they're pushing at the top, or they're even pushing at the bottom, and they're not singing with the freedom they need. So in this exercise, as we go to the higher notes, we're easing, backing off, and so that will help you. You'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to go up in half steps. We'll go like, and we'll go. I'll sing with you for a while, and then I'll drop out, but I'll keep playing. So it's on na. Remember to stress the first note, and then decrescendo as you go up, Then you can crescendo as you come back down. Here we go. Na, 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 na. And I should mention that the tongue should be touching the back of the bottom teeth, the tip of the tongue. Na, and na, na, na. Couple more. One more. And if it gets too high, then just drop out. This time I want us to do the exercise on neigh, N-E-H, but a bright, not as far as neigh, but neigh, 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 a bright N-E-H. And we're going to stay at the top. Listen to it first. Ne, 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 ne. Sing that. Ne, 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 ne. Ne, 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 ne. Ne, 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 ne. Lightning at the top. Ne, 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 ne. Ne, 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 ne. Ne, 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 ne. Couple more. One more if you can. Now, for those of you who would like to extend your range downward, let's try something here. We're going to go, we'll start on G above middle C for sopranos and altos, G below middle C for basses and tenors, and all we're going to do is a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ni, 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 ni. But where on the extending the range upwards, we started with a stronger tone and lightened as we went to the top. Now we want to start with the stronger tone and lighten as we go to the bottom. So we're going to go ni, 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 and ni, 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 and ni, 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 ni. Softer at the bottom. Ni, 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 ni. 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 Now that's an E below the bass clef. That is the below that bottom line G on the bass clef. That is an E farther down, and this is the E below middle C for the sopranos and altos. So it's a pretty low note. Now I want to expand that a little bit, and we're going to go like this. Listen, we'll start up here. We'll go ni, 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 ni. Try that. Ni, 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 ni. So always louder at the top, softer at the bottom. Try it again and we'll go down by half steps. Ni, 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 ni. Ni, 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 ni. Ni, 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 ni. Ni, 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 ni. How are you doing? Ni, 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 ni. Ni, 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 ni. So, play around with all of these things, and remember, go in small increments. If whatever your top comfortable note is, whatever your bottom comfortable note is right now, don't try to increase that in a couple of days by 3 or 4 half steps. Go by a half step. See if you can get comfortable. It's the same way with losing weight. We don't lose 5 pounds at once. We lose a half a pound. We lose a pound. So do a little bit by little bit, and you will extend your range in either direction.